Recording from the One More Pour studio, where every pour comes with a story. This is the Dram Amateur Podcast. And here's your host, Jason.
All right, welcome back to the Dram Amateur Podcast, the show where we explore the stories, spirits, and sips that make the world of whiskey, bourbon, rum, tequila, mezcal, and beyond so exciting. I'm your host, Jason, and I'm thrilled to have you here for another pour of a great conversation. Before we dive in, don't forget to connect with me on Instagram at Dram_Amateur, as well as YouTube and Facebook under the Dram Amateur Podcast to stay in the loop with exclusive content and updates. Whether you're a seasoned enthusiast or just starting your journey into the world of fine spirits, this is your spot to sip, learn, and share. So pour yourself something good, get comfortable, and let's kick off another unforgettable episode of the Dram Amateur Podcast. And ladies and gentlemen, tonight, you get me. Man, how are you guys doing? Welcome back, man. I'm super excited to have you guys here. And I figured we just talk tonight. It's been a while since I've solo podcasted. To look at myself and only myself in a screen is the weirdest fucking thing ever, since I'm so used to having guests on now. But yeah, I thought it would be pretty cool for a couple different reasons. One, I'm in a little bit of a transition period right now. We're going to be going on vacation for a couple weeks here in a little bit. And I didn't have guests lined up for that reason, because we're just planning with work and life and kids and planning for our trip. I don't have a lot of downtime the last couple weeks of the month right now. So I definitely need to prepare for our trip and to have a podcast ready for when we go. So I want to make sure, obviously, I have that ready to go and spend time with you. So this is why we're going to do an extra one. Plus another thing too, we started season 4. Dude, I am blown away that I have finally started season 4 of this. I am like shocked that I have been doing this for now 3 full years, working on my 4th. I can't, I mean, I remember where this thing started a couple years ago, where I was just looking for like a creative outlet and trying to find something to do with my time, and really figured I had a lot of friends that did podcasting. So shout out to Jim and Lindsay at Children of the 80s, and Sean and Justin, the Pipe Yoda over at Smoking Sounds. It's Jim and Lindsay really had a podcast going. I got connected with Sean pretty quickly as well. And they did a lot of encouraging, coaching, and all those things to get me ready for something like this. So 3 years ago, I remember it was Amazon Prime Day. I got everything. This is still my original mic. These are still my original headphones. I still have my original interface that I've been using for the last full 3 years in this podcast. I started out as just an audio podcast only. Decided this season to make the switch over to YouTube and do video podcasts. I will admit the audio life is so much easier than the video life. I want to still do the video for the studio. So I now have a studio. Welcome to the One More Pour studio. I have a studio now as well, which took me a lot. I just kicked it. See, still getting used to the studio setup. For those of you listening to the audio version, I just kicked the stand in front of me where my camera is, and my camera shook. So, but yeah, where was I? I have a studio now, which took me a long time to figure out how I was going to do this, how I felt comfortable with it. And now I have a studio, publishing on YouTube as well, which I'll be honest with you guys, it's a little extra work. I enjoy doing it. My YouTube numbers aren't there. Anything takes time, right? My audio numbers have crawled in time, have grown in time, crept up in time. My video hours are going to creep up in time, I'm sure, as well. But at the end of the day, I kind of wanted to expand out and do something different and do a video podcast as well. So now I'm on YouTube. So season 3 was a huge year for me. I really am shocked that I am where I'm at. I had amazing guests in season 3 as well. I get to participate in other podcasts as well as part of our podcast community, which is fantastic. I have a fantastic year, hopefully ahead. I have tons of listeners. Hold on, let me pull up some statistics for you. I have listeners, and sorry, I just lost it all. Here we go. I have listeners from all over the globe, which is wild to me. I have listeners in here we go. Oh, nope. All countries. Last all podcasts. I have listeners in the US, obviously, my biggest market, right? I have listeners in Singapore, Brazil, Vietnam, United Kingdom, India, Canada, Australia, Germany, France, Spain, Colombia, Russian Federation, Netherlands, Mexico, Indonesia, Italy, Pakistan, Ecuador, Argentina, Finland, Bangladesh, Iraq, Malaysia, Lithuania, South Korea, South Africa, Bolivia, Ukraine, Venezuela, Philippines, Chile, Algeria, Ireland, and the list goes on and on and on. I still have another tons of pages. I'm scrolling still, looking through the list of people that have listened to this podcast. So like for me to be able to touch that many people and have that experience, it's amazing. I mean, literally the list is just, I'm scrolling with my thumb right now. It's amazing. You guys are amazing people. You're such huge supporters of me. I literally cannot thank you all. I'm 70. What am I, 70 episodes in? I'm trying to see where my statistics are. Sorry, I don't have all my statistics memorized. I probably should, but I don't. I have 70 something episodes in already. Let's see, podcast all time episodes. Yeah, I don't know how many. I have to go look online maybe, but I have like 70 something episodes. Man, it's crazy. Like I would have never thought that like 3 years ago stepping into this and having this opportunity, and man, the first seasons were rough, right? It was just me by myself, and I finally hit my stride, like interviewing people and getting connected with people. I think I took a big break as well there in the early seasons, but after all, like weather the storm, grew into what I have a passion for. Bringing on guests is my passion now, and connecting with everybody and hearing their stories. I had amazing guests this past year. I give all of you a shout out for being a guest on the podcast, and I can't say anything but thank you to all of you that have been guests on the podcast as well. You guys have all taken time out of your personal lives and your professional lives and spent time with me for an hour to an hour and a half, maybe even 2 hours, sometimes maybe 3, depending on how it goes. The after party sometimes gets a little wild after the podcast recording is over, but it's been nothing short of fantastic, to be honest with you. The podcast communities have been amazing. Huge shout out to my everybody in the podcast community. So like I said, Jim and Lindsay from Children of the 80s, Sean and Justin, the Pipe Yoda from Smoking Sounds, Rob and Al from the Lounge Life podcast. Al has been a huge supporter of mine. Al, I thank you guys very much. The Bourbon Beards and Belvedere's guys, Jerry, Paul, and oh shit, I'm afraid the last guy's name. I'm sorry, but anyways, you guys are amazing. I listen to you guys all the time. You're fantastic. Raul, the Smoking Tex, has been nothing but amazing as well. I've blended this like cigar podcast with like my spirits podcast over a little bit as well. It's been really fun, man. All of you on Instagram as well. I mean, you guys know Nerds and Burbs, MSRP Whiskey, Mr. Given, a Whiskey Fly, Agave Love and Lore. I mean, everybody, there's hundreds of you. Jerry from the Bourbon Beards and Belbeers, a Whiskey Kid and his Peppers. There's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of you. Planet Mezcal. Who else? I'm sure I'm forgetting people, but you guys have been nothing short of amazing for your support as well of me, of my page, of my content, of my podcast. I really can't thank you guys enough for coming on, for supporting me and really being part of this strong community. All of you guys, everybody I interact with on a daily basis, and there's hundreds of you that I interact with, that I would need a list that I could just read off of, but there's hundreds of you in the cigar and spirit space I interact with. I'm getting connected with new people every day, learning from them as well. And I honestly just want to say thank you. I'm 10 minutes in ranting and raving about this, but I just really want to give a thank you. 3 full years of this, working on season 4. This is going to be episode 3 of season 4. Episode 1 with an amazing bartender, Mari. You guys, if you guys haven't listened to that episode, she works at Death & Co. in New York City. She's absolutely fantastic. Cocktails are absolute art. I just got to sit down with my best friend, Greg, which was really cool a couple weeks ago, talking about Mezcal. That was a whim. This podcast was actually supposed to happen in place of that podcast, but he texted me a picture of Mezcal that I had a sample a bottle of, and I'm like, well, shit, let's try that, and let's go ahead and make a cocktail with it as well, and talk about stories and tell our stories, like kind of like a bar scene. That was pretty cool too. Just 2 friends sitting down talking, and now you get me. So it has been a fantastic 3 years. I'm really looking forward to season 4. I am working on lining people up. We have a whole year to obviously plan for ahead. But thank you guys. Thank you for all your collaboration. Thank you for listening. Thank you for all your support, all your interaction on Instagram and YouTube and Facebook and everywhere else. But honestly, just from the bottom of my heart, humble as I am, I just thank you guys. It's been a journey. It's been one of growth. It's been one of a lot of excitement. I want to challenge myself to do some different things this year, connect with new people, and really just bring you all the content that I think you guys should hear. Right? I think one of the things that we have lost is the ability to connect. But I also think we've gained that too. We've gained the ability to connect because of social media, because of our access to people, because of being able to do something like this podcast. I think we have that ability now. So my goal is to be that conduit to you and to other people in the spirits community, whether it's a brand, whether it's an influencer, whether it's a content creator, whether it is a cocktail, a bartender, let's just call them cocktail like gods, because literally bartenders good bartenders that make amazing cocktails are fucking awesome. Liquor store owners, like anything like in this space, distributors. I'm trying to even get connected with a barrel company as well to talk about like the impact of barrels on spirits as well. There's so much opportunity to talk to different people in the space that I think you all need to hear their stories. I think you all need to hear their experiences. I think you all need to understand their impact on this community. And I think that then you can then interact with them to share your impact on their community as well, and how we all work together. So cheers to you guys. Thank you guys all so much for all your support. I really look forward to doing this for another 3 years, hell, another 10 years if we can get this to happen. But seriously, thank you. It's been nothing but cool as hell. It's been fun as hell. I'm having a blast do this stuff. So I really appreciate you guys listening. I appreciate all your support. With that said, we're going to crack a bottle open that I got today. So today was a cool day. 2 times a year, Max's Bottle Shop over in Johns Creek, Georgia. Shout out to Ritesh. Amazing store owner in this community. He holds a raffle twice a year, normally around this time every year, around the May-June timeframe, and then one toward the holidays in November and December. And he does all his big drops. So you get tickets when you go in, you buy product, you get tickets for buying store picks. And this week, today was the pick. So today is Father's Day. Today is the day before Father's Day. So this is being recorded on June 20th. You won't actually get to listen to this till I think sometime in late July. I'm getting this recorded for late July, but, it was a great day. I got to connect with and see people. It's always fun because I feel like these kind of days bring community together, which is really, really cool. I got to see some people I haven't seen in a long time. I got to get to connect with people that I have started connections with and then built those connections over time as well. And Ritesh is just that conduit within our community that, yeah, he sells liquor. Yes, he has these raffles, but he brings us all together and he does so in such a fun way. So big shout out to Ritesh with Max's Bottle Shop. If you guys have never been to Max's Bottle Shop in Johns Creek, do yourself a favor. Definitely go. It's a fantastic place. He's a fantastic person. And he's definitely somebody that tries to bring us all together. But today was the drop. I had raffle tickets. I had picked number 25 and 30, which was awesome. There I go, kicking my freaking stand again where my computer's on. I'm like 2 for 2 now on that. But yeah, so I had a great pick. So I had 25. I ended up getting the bomb burgers, which was awesome. I recently tried bomb burgers at Canton Cigar Company here in the town I live in. I'm a member over there, and I was lucky enough the store owner, one of the owners of the store, had just gotten the bottle in and cracked it with us and shared a small sample. I had not had, I don't remember ever having bomb burgers before. I may have had it, but I'm not sure. It was fantastic. So to have the opportunity to buy that bottle today in the raffle was really, really cool. I also walked away with the Fortaleza Repo, which was awesome. And I walked away with these two beautiful bottles right here. This one I'm going to crack tonight. I got a Rey Campero Ponche de Frutas. It is a mezcal artisanal, and it is distilled with guavas, apples, raisins, and cinnamons, which is pretty freaking cool. So this is bottle number 21 of only 384, produced in November of 24. Glass rested for 9 months, so pretty cool. All the specs on the back of that bottle I absolutely add to the transparency and the beauty of that. They've released this before once, very hard to get now. So shout out to Ritesh for having this over at Max's. I passed on it before when I was there. He still had some left, and I wasn't going to pass on it again because I know how ultra rare this release is. So that was really cool. And I also was lucky enough to pick up a Caballito Serrera Puntas, which is fantastic. It is a agave spirit from Chateau Agave, which I do not have anything from Chateau Agave, which is really cool. So Destilado de Agave. It is a Blanco. It is 70.5% ABV, which is crazy. So it's 141 proof. Really excited to break into this. I'm not going to break into this one tonight. I definitely will in the future, but I'm going to go ahead and crack the Rey Campero. And then I'm going to tell some stories. I'm going to tell some stories about this beautiful bottle here, which I don't think you guys have seen yet. It has been cracked. It was shared at a bottle share, even though there's not very much like taken out of it. I don't know who did this pour. I got to talk to my buddies. But this is a winter blend, a Fortaleza Winter Blend 2025, which I officially own, and still shocked that I own it. But I'll tell you the story behind that. But first, I want to talk to you guys about something. First of all, I'll open this bottle. Let's open this bottle and sip this. I do not have a knife. I do not have anything in front of me. I hope that this thing has a perforation on it, because if not, we're gonna have to take a pause, and I'm gonna have to go buy, or not go buy. I'm gonna go buy a knife. I have a knife in my house. I think I got it. Hold on a minute. You guys get to sit here and watch me. Ooh, you guys get to watch me open a bottle and hope that I open it. Got it. All right. So today was a fun day, as I mentioned. But also I had a little experience, and I want to hold on. Let's get the pop. Hold on. Ooh, did you hear that? That was awesome. I had an experience today that I want to share with you guys that I have communicated with the store. The store has not. Did you guys get? I'm not hiding. I promise. The store has not responded yet. I don't think they have. Let me look at my Instagram. But I had an experience in a store today. So on the way back to my house, there's a few liquor stores on the way back. And I decided to, they did not respond yet. I decided to walk into one, just check it out. Never bought anything in this store. The many a times that I have been there. Cheers to you guys, first of all, the Rey Campero. I hope this is amazing. Oh, the nose is interesting already. Okay, we're gonna let it sit for a minute. I've never bought anything at the store. This store comes with a little bit of controversy as well. We'll say that. But had a little bit of I experienced a little bit of an incident in the store that I want to share with you guys, and we're gonna I'm gonna make sure I talk to this store and figure this out, but I want them to let them know what happened. So I walked into the store. When you walk in, they have a shelf of like some nicer products that are not allocated, but available, such as like the Knob Creek Blenders selection was there. I think there was a Joseph Magnus cigar blend. There was some nicer bottles on it. They had their glass case, which is all the glass case for all of their like rewards members, for people that spend a lot of money. Excuse me, spend a lot of money in the store. And then they had the whole row of bourbon. So I started just looking at the row of bourbon. And there was another couple, there was two couples ahead of me. So they were actually together. There was two guys, two women, and they were in town visiting from North Carolina for a wedding. I overheard some of the conversation that they had. So like as they were moving down the aisle, they were probably 10 steps away from me. As I was moving down, we kind of moved down at the same pace together. So I could hear their conversation as I was looking at bottles, as they were looking at bottles, things like that. I overheard them saying that they were in town, and actually, this is what I heard from the conversation. I glanced out of the corner of my eye, and the guy was holding a box of Blantons. So he had a Blantons in a box, which I was like, cool. It's Father's Day weekend. Kudos to him for getting a Blantons. I don't know where he got it, because I hadn't seen it yet from where I was in the aisle. But I'm like, kudos for you for getting a Blantons. And he was saying, like, he's like, I never see these in North Carolina. I can't believe I stumbled upon one here. This is so cool. His wife spoke up and said, yeah, we see him sometimes, but we see him toward the beach. She's like, when we go to the beach, they're always really expensive. We never buy it. And the guy said, man, I'm so happy to get it. So to me, like, Blanton's is one of those polarizing bottles that, like, some people like, some people don't like, those kind of things. Some people are taters, some are not, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, we're a spirits community and we all should be supporting each other. I don't care what you drink. I don't care if you drink Malort. I don't care if you drink fucking Old Forester 100. I don't care if you drink bottom of the barrel, something else, or something bottom shelf pours. At the end of the day, like, we need to respect each other. We need to be part of the community that respects each other as well. He was extremely excited about what he got, and kudos to him, right? Bottles of Blantons are not easily available. If you're new to this market, or if you're just an average everyday consumer of bourbon, for you to find a bottle of Blanton's is a pretty big deal. And it was $89.99. So it was not marked up. It was, I think MSRP is $89.99 right now. But anyways, it's not really expensive. It wasn't it wasn't 125. It wasn't 150. It was a fair price, right? And he was extremely excited to have it. This is the time I kind of separated away from them and I walked down a different aisle, and one of the store clerks walked past me and said, hey, do you need anything? I said, nope, just looking around. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. And he continued on. But I was still in the same aisle, just on the other side of like the big like they had the big display boxes with all like the Wild Turkey and the Jack Daniels and like the big box displays that they have out. I was on the other side of that. So this store clerk walks up to this customer, mind you, and says, oh, I see you found the flavored water. Looking back at that now, looking back at it now, I wish I approached the whole situation differently. But he instantly walked up, didn't say hi, how you doing? Can I help you find something? He literally said, hi. Oh, I think I see you found the flavored water. And I was like, okay, Right. I was floored by that, right? You're a store clerk talking to a customer that way who's purchasing a product within your store that you put on. It was on the bottom shelf. So, sorry, let me tell you this. At the end of the bourbon aisle and at the end of the rye aisle, which is probably a good 20 yards, 30 yards, at the very bottom shelf, they had Weller Special Reserve. They had E.H. Taylor Small Batch. They had Blanton's, and they had E.H. Taylor Straight Rye. Bottom shelf, clearly marked with the price tag, limit one per customer kind of thing. And that's where he had snagged it from. So the guy said something. I don't remember what the customer said. He said something. The guy and the store clerk's like, "Hey, do you like weeded bourbon?" And the guy's like, "Well, I don't know, blah blah." So the store clerk ends up walking down the bourbon aisle. The other customer's following him. He's like, let me show you something. He's like, do you like weeded bourbon? The customer's like, I don't know. I don't know if I've ever had anything weeded. And he's like, well, you obviously like flavored water, so you should like weeded bourbon. And I was again just baffled that he literally dropped the flavored water thing twice. So this is a pretty large store. Put the stuff out on the shelf, and your own clerk is basically fuckface shaming your customer for buying Blanton's, which is honestly fucking stupid. I quickly rocked out of the store after that. I got in my truck, started driving home. And I honestly wish, like looking back on it, I honestly wish I would have said something. I know I probably shouldn't, but I honestly wish that like I should have like been like, dude, don't be it. Like, stop being a dick. Like, honest to God, like that's just the biggest, rudest, most ridiculous thing. First of all, you're saying that from a store clerk to your customer. Second of all, you put the liquor out, so he's buying it from your store. Third, it's Father's Day weekend. Fourth, you didn't even know how excited the dude was to have it. The dude was so excited to have it. I mean, him and his small group that he was with was extremely excited to have it. And to sit there and basically say to him twice, like, hey, you like flavored water? What a jackass, right? So I'm going to read you. So I got home. I thought about it afterwards. I almost turned around and went and talked to the store manager or saw if there was a manager on duty. I didn't. I then was going to come home and tell this story, post it on Instagram and tag the store, but I decided not to. I also sincerely wish that I think I was so shocked that I didn't know how to like react in that moment. But driving home, like I really wish I would have been like, I really wish I would have said something to the store clerk like immediately. I really wish I would have offered, like, I really wish to God, like I would have said something to the store clerk. I wish I would have looked at the customer and been like, put that bottle down. I have a bottle at home that I will ship you for free for you not to buy that bottle. Just to like not do business and patronize that be a patron at that store. I really wish like I would have done those things. I don't care if I would get kicked out or anything, but I really wish I would have said something or done something, but I didn't. Alas, I didn't. So anyways, I got home. I have written to the business in Instagram. And I want to read you what I wrote, just so you guys know, because if this ever comes out, I don't know what's going to come of this. I don't think anything's going to come of it. But anyways, I want to read you what I wrote. I said, to the management team, I'm writing to share some feedback regarding an unsettling interaction I witnessed at your store today. While shopping, I noticed a couple who was incredibly excited to find a bottle of Blanton's on your shelf, mentioning how rare it is to see it in North Carolina. While they were celebrating their find, one of your employees approached them and said, I see you found the flavored water, while pointing to the bottle. The employee then asked the customer if he liked weeded bourbon. When the customer replied that he wasn't sure, the employee pointed to the Blanton's again and stated, well, if you like flavored water, then you would like weeded bourbon. I wrote, publicly mocking a customer's selection, especially over Father's Day weekend when many people are out looking for special gifts, is entirely uncalled for and unprofessional. There is no place for gatekeeping or condensation. Yeah, I think I said that. Condensation, whatever. You know what I mean. Don't be fucking condescending. in the spirits community. I've already drank. I've already recorded a podcast. This is podcast number 2 for the night. So bear with me. There's no place for being condescending, for gatekeeping or being condescending in the spirits community. Our retail environment should be a welcoming place for enthusiasts of all experience levels, and employees should be guiding, educating, not shaming them. I wanted to bring this to your attention because a passion for bourbon should bring people together, not alienate them. I trust that management will address this with the staff to ensure a more respectful and welcoming environment for all patrons moving forward. Thank you for your time in addressing this matter. Sincerely, Jason. They've not looked at it on Instagram, which is fine. I don't follow this store. I will never follow this store. I will never do business with the store. Matter of fact, I will never stop in at this store again to look around because of this individual that works there. That was just uncalled for. So I share this with you guys just to kind of understand, like, as much as we all support each other in this community, as much as a lot of us are, maybe not the biggest fans of Blanton's, I think the majority of the community, and I speak for a lot of you, and I'm going to do that now. I think a majority of you guys are very supportive. I think you have the best interest in everyone in mind. I don't think you care if they drink bourbon with ice, whether it's a fucking cube or whether it's crushed ice from Chick-fil-A or whether it's medium-sized cubes. I don't think you care if they shoot it. I don't think you care if they put it in a cocktail. I honestly don't think you care. And honestly, from what I've seen from the community is that there's been a lot of respect. There's been a lot of, all of you are very supportive in this community, whether it's on a large scale for people that interact with you directly or on a small scale for people that may not interact with you directly, but are there still to support you, connect with you, respond to you, those kind of things. I think you guys all do that. I say that though because there's still people here that don't, right? Whether you're part of this Instagram community, whether you're a store owner, whether you work for a store, whether you're a brand rep, whatever it might be, there are still people in this space that do not respect people. And in this day and age and the culture and the climate that we all live in, we need to do better. So I really want to call the store out. I really want to call the employee out. I really want to mention it, but I'm trying to be respectful from my side because it is a business. It is a store. They have a livelihood. I still want them to have the chance to respond to me. We'll see how it goes. They have not responded yet. If this doesn't work, I'll find another way to, if pinging them through Instagram does not connect with them, I'll find another way to do it because I think they need to know what's going on within their employees that are interacting with their customers. But just know that there's still bad eggs out there. And I just want to say this because I know the larger part of the community, it's the one-offs, right? I know the larger part of the community will be there to support everybody, but still not cool. So I'll leave it at that. Interesting experience. I'll share with you guys, feedback from the business if I get it. I personally will definitely not go to that. I will not even stop in that store anymore. I don't care what they have to sell. I don't care if they have a special release. I am not stopping in to have any of their employees treat anybody like that. You lost my respect in my business immediately. And that's the kind of consumer I am. So I expect to be treated like a human being and not be disrespected when I go into a store. And honestly, the employee just fuckface shamed the customer, which is just ridiculous over a bottle of fucking Blanton's. I have a bottle of Blanton's, fuckface shame me for it. Maybe that guy would, right? Anyway, cheers to all you real people that are out there that are fucking cool as shit and don't do that to people. I'm going to try this Reiki and Pyro now. We're going to switch topics. Wow, I've talked 33 minutes already. Wow, solo podcasting is rough. Like if I look at myself, you see me looking here. If you see me looking up here, I'm looking at the camera, like my eyes, whoa, Jesus, what the hell did I just do? Anyway, you guys are learning this video like, what the fuck? Anyway, cheers. I'm going to try this Reiki and Pyro. I'm excited for this. See how it is. Ooh. Oh, that's wildly different than anything I've ever had. Oh, damn. Okay, so oh, damn, dude. All right, so that's cool. I do not get not a lot of smoke being a mezcal. Very light, very if you have mezcals before, if you ever had a mezcal before, a lot of the times you get the smoke, you get the earthiness, you get sometimes, depending on the distillation and the resting period, like this is yeast from Ambient and Wild. It was copper alembic still. This was open fermented in pine vats. So depending on how all stone mill Tahona. So depending conical earth oven. Yeah. So depending on how this is done, you get, I don't want to say a heaviness, but you get a very earthy, minerally flavor to it. Right now, this bottle, this Rey Camparo, it's very light. Man, it's really light. It's like the smoke is there, but the fruitiness from the what was it? It's guavas, apples, raisins, and cinnamon. It is this like it's bright, it's light, and it's bright on your palate. Almost refreshing. Like my palate feels very you know how you have something minty, like you have that like minty flavor to it. It's not minty, but it's very just very light. There's not the heaviness from like the smoke that you have in a regular mezcal or the earthiness. It's very light. It's very refreshing. Man, this is fucking great. Holy shit. Why did I wait so long to buy a bottle? Jerry Ullman's texting me right now. Let's see what Jerry's talking about. Hold on. Live podcast update. Jerry Ullman, a whiskey kid and his peppers, is literally texting me right now. What's Jerry texting me about? Jerry says, just blinded twice. The Wild Common Tapatio, Alma de Jaguar Nocturnal, don't remember the batch, and the Ocho Barrel Proof Repo. Wild Common came out on top both times. It's an easy sipper, yet complex enough to sit with. I couldn't pick out the Ocho, but you can definitely tell there's something different about it, more caramel sweetness. Alma and Tapatio are close. I went, there's more and more and more. I love the salinity note I'm getting with the Tapatio. Also a bunch of green jalapenos in the heat. Alma, I get more of the green bell pepper note and black pepper spice. If I want an easy proofer after work without having to think about it, Wild Common. If I want to sit with a pour for a while, that Tapatio with an exclamation point. He got the Tapatio high proof, the still strength. It changed 3 times while tasting. That's amazing. I'm gonna take a picture of him and me in the pot. Hold on, I'm gonna take a picture of the podcast. Oh, there we go. I'll tell him I just read his I just read his text on the podcast. I'm gonna say recording a solo and just read your text on the podcast. Listen for episode 3. Listen. It'll be on episode 3 of season 4. Oh man, Jerry's a great guy, man. Jerry's been a great guy. A big, huge supporter of mine. He's fucking awesome. I got to meet Jerry at Chattanooga Whiskey for the founders event. Jerry's great, man. He's a shit ton of fun. So anyways, this Rey Camparo is fucking amazing. I'm super doped about it. But all right, last story, because I don't want to take forever just me shooting the shit, just talking, because that's fucking I'm boring. How did you guys go through 2 whole seasons with just listening to me? First of all, kudos to all you guys. You guys are the fucking real ones. I'm gonna wait till Jerry texts me back here. Man, so this this, ladies and gentlemen, is the Fortaleza Winter Blend 2025. Shocked I have this. Like literally floored. I have this. This was a fun get. So after the Chattanooga event, no, it wasn't after the Chattanooga event. It was the day after. So recently, my family and I went up to Chattanooga, my favorite city, like just to go hang out on a weekend. I absolutely love it. So we went up. I went up for the Chattanooga Founders event. We spent the weekend with my kids and my wife, and we did a bunch of cool shit. And one night we got done, I think early with dinner or something like that. I had done a little hunting during the day. And I said, hey, there's still a few stores just north of where we were staying on the North Shore. I said, hey, let's go to hit up those stores. And one of the stores was one that I've been in plenty of times. I have bought a couple bottles from them. I ended up buying my Fortaleza Still Strength from them as well, which was cool as shit to see a second bottle of Still Strength, which is one of the hardest ones to find. I never see Fortaleza Still Strength, and I never see Fortaleza Añejo anywhere. I've seen Still Strength, obviously, because I bought a bottle. I've never seen Fortaleza Añejo ever in my life anywhere, which is cool as shit. So anyway, I walked into the store, and I was going in specifically because I knew that they had an Old Forester 100 proof pick, and the content I've seen on Facebook was very positive about it. So I was like, cool. I only had like a sample of one, like this much of a sample of one way back when, like 4 or 5 years ago. I'd never had my own bottle. And I'm an Old Forester fanboy. So I was like, hey, I'm going to go snag one. So I was going up there for that. So I walked into the store, saw that it was there, and decided I was going to wait to pick it up, obviously, till I had gone through the rest of the store. Then I'd collect the bottles I wanted, and I would head out. Nothing else I really wanted in any of the normal sections that was there. And then I went and looked for what was behind the counter. And the store before had never done point system. A lot of the stores in Chattanooga does a point system. Some don't. This store never did. And when I walked in this time, they did. They had, and the funny thing was, it wasn't even everything was on a point system. It just happened to be Fortaleza was on a point system. So they must have gotten a lot of business or something like that. And a lot of people coming in asking for Fortaleza. And instead of maybe not having a place to store it in the back or something like that, they wanted to put it out for their customers. And they figure, hey, we'll put a point system behind it, so at least our regulars get a chance to get it and go from there. And it wasn't a ridiculous point system. It was, I think there was a Blanco, I think that was like 100 points. So you had to have 100 points. You had to buy one bottle from them in the past. And I think the Winter Blend was 1,000. So you had to spend $1,000 with them in the past. It's $1 per point. So honestly, if you're a customer of theirs, it's really not too, in my opinion, it's not too crazy. I'm not a big fan of point systems in any way, shape, and form, but it wasn't too crazy. So I saw it. I've seen Winter Blend a few times. I've gotten to have the 2021. I got to have the 2023. I got to sample those at a bar, which was fantastic and cool experience to have. I got to see a 2024 sitting on a shelf somewhere for $600. I didn't even touch it and ask to see it. It was top shelf, like way, way up. Somebody would have had to climb a ladder to get it. So like I've never really even seen it. I asked the guy, I'm like, oh, that's cool. And the label's a little different on these this year. I think it's a little bit more vibrant. So I asked the guy, I said, hey, would you mind taking that down for me to look at? And I'm like, I asked him first. I say, oh, is that a Fortaleza Winter Blend 2025? He's like, yeah, it is. I'm like, would you mind me looking at it? He took it down, let me hold it. And I was looking over it, and I was like, oh, it's really cool. I haven't seen these very often. I get to try. I told him, I said, I got to try a couple different years. They're fantastic. Told him where I tried one. One was in Florida. One was at Little Coyote over in Chattanooga. He's like, oh, that was really cool. You got to try one locally. Glad you got to try it locally. He's like, do you own one? I said, no. Why not? I said, I haven't. I found them for sale, but they're like $600 or $500. I'm like, I'm not spending that much. It's not, to me, it's not worth it. I have other things to do with my money. And he was fair with it. So he came out and said to me, he says, would you be interested in it? And I said, I honestly don't think I have anywhere close to 1,000 points. I said, I'm interested in it, but I said, I don't think I have anywhere close to 1,000 points. I said, I've bought things from you before. He's like, oh no, I said, and I said, I'm not from here, so I don't come to your store very often. He's like, but you've been in here before. He's like, I remember you. He's like, we've had samples together. We've talked for a few hours. I said, yeah, absolutely. I said, I've come in here a few times. I've bought a few bottles from you guys. I said, I have sat down and had some samples with you in your store and tried a couple different things. I said, I just don't think I have anywhere near 1,000 points. And he says, well, let me check. So he pulls up this computer system. I had like 125 points. And honestly, all my points were not in the system. I have bought a few bottles from them in the past. I must not have punched the code in when I was checking out. So I didn't have that. And I honestly think the 125 points is from the Fortaleza Still Strength that I bought from them about a year ago now. He was very kind. This store is amazing. The guy is always super nice. His wife is super nice every single time I go in. He's always having me try different samples, having good conversation with me about different topics, which is really cool. Asking me questions as well. Hey, do you know anything about this? What do you know about this? Have you had experience with it? He knows I have, I'm a bourbon, rum, tequila, mezcal, Armagnac. I'm like a fan of all those kind of things. So he knows all that stuff. So he said to me, he's like, you shopped here quite a bit. He's like, I don't think this point total is accurate. I said, it's not, but it's fine. I'm not worried about it. I'm nowhere near the 1,000 points. I said, thank you for letting me hold it. Thank you for letting me look at it. I really appreciate it. And he says, well, hold on. He said, I'll make you a deal. And I said, okay. I said, what are you thinking? He says, you buy 2 store picks the store picks right now are double the points. That will get you close enough to 500 points. I'll say a retail. And I was almost a little bit in shock because it was almost like it was too easy to get a bottle of Fortaleza like Fortaleza Winter Blend, which is like the hardest damn thing to get. I'm like, are you sure? I'm like, I told him, I was really honest with him. Like, are you sure? I'm like, you're taking away a bottle from customers that come in regularly. I live in Georgia. You're in Tennessee. I don't get to come up here that often. I'm like, are you sure? He's like, yes. I'm sure. He's like, you buy 2 store picks and that will get you to 500 points. I'll knock the point total down to 500. I'll sell you to you at retail. I was floored because I had already planned on buying the Old Forester pick, whether he said that or not, because I really had wanted it. So I said, is the Old Forester pick part of that? Are you okay if I get that bottle? I know it's highly, I know you expect to sell out of it. I know you're doing really well with it. I saw the Facebook post on it. He's like, yes. He's like, take the bottle. So I grabbed the Old Forester 100 proof one. And then I was looking around the store for what else to get. And they had a short barrel pick, which was, I would rather go with a brand that I know a lot about. Short Barrel's put out a lot of great products. So I was like, hey, I'm like, are you okay if I grab the short barrel pick too? It was a 6-year. It's a 6-year Kentucky bourbon. He's like, yes, absolutely. So he rang me up. So I got an Old Forester 100 proofer store pick. I got a single barrel 6-year store pick. And then I got to buy I had the opportunity to buy said Fortaleza Winter Blend 2025 from him, which was absolutely fantastic. And I've already shared it with friends. I haven't even had it yet. I have not had it yet. I'll talk to you here a little bit about the little topper here, but I have not had it yet. But my friends have pours of it and super excited to have it. So huge shout out to that store. The guy's fantastic. He's an amazing store owner. Nothing but respect for him. I don't remember the store name off the top of my head. I'm gonna sit here and talk to you guys and try to see if I can pull it up. But the guy's nothing but absolutely amazing. He's been nothing but kind to me every single time I go in there. He's extremely friendly to me, extremely nice, and just crazy respect for him. Whether he ever sold me a bottle like that again or not, I think it's really cool that he was open to that with me and wanted to do that. So it's Signal Mountain Wine and Spirits in the Walmart Shopping Center in Chattanooga on the North Shore. So you go up 22, I think it is. You go 27, get out at Signal Mountain, and they're down on the left in the Walmart Shopping Center. Again, Signal Mountain Wine and Spirits. Dude's fantastic. I will now be a forever customer of theirs. I will make it a point now to go in and even just buy a normal bottle of tequila, just giving them business because of what he did for me. I think every single time I go up there now, I will make a plan to buy some sort of purchase from him or buy some sort of bottle from him because of that. So shout out to him. Shout out to that hit him. He's fantastic opportunity to do that. I'm really thrilled to have this. So those of you that want tequila, Mr. Given, I know you do. You're definitely going to get to try this. Anybody else that wants to try it, like I said, I already share it with my friends group, so that's pretty cool. But anyways, one of the things that I talked to you about the topper, not the topper on the tequila, but the covering. So, man, a lot of my bottles lately, the cork has started to get very loose. I had a Jack. So first of all, the Fortaleza corks are terrible. They're always don't sit right in the bottle. I worry about oxidation. And then I had a couple other bottles that are natural corks. Like I had a Jack Daniel's single barrel that like I could take the cork and wiggle it around. That's how loose it was. So I bought some of this film, this parafilm, I think it's what it's called. And I started wrapping some of my bottles in this parafilm. So all my Fortaleza bottles that are open, anything else that's of has a cork in it, like not a synthetic cork, but an actual cork, I started wrapping in this paraffin. And I've done that for quite a few of my bottles now because I am honestly, I don't drink that much anymore. A lot of this stuff is collecting. It's not a hand blown bottle. Anyway, a lot of it collecting and sharing. And obviously, because I don't drink it, I want to have it available to share with people when they either want to sample or whether they want to come over and drink it. So yeah, I've been doing this parafilm. So I bought a huge thing of parafilm, and honestly, it seems like it's working pretty good. It keeps everything sealed up really tight. But yeah, just something that I've been doing lately with some of my bottles. I don't know if you guys have experienced that or you guys have tried it, but anything without a synthetic cork has really started to like loosen up. And then it obviously the liquor in it oxidizes faster and it can get it can go bad. I don't want to say it can go bad, just change the flavor of it after a while. So definitely wanted to I ended up buying a whole roll of parafilm. So far so good, but that's why that's got that little parafilm on it. So anyways, I've talked for 51 minutes. Man, maybe solo podcasting isn't as hard as I thought it was. Jerry wrote back and said, haha, nice. So kudos to you, Jerry. You're going to be featured on episode 3, season 4. So, man, thank you guys for, again, cheers to you guys. Hold on. I'm going to do another sample, another sip of this Ray Camparo. Yeah, that's my jam. I'm going to kill that bottle. That might be that might be one of my favorite mezcals ever. Yeah, that's fantastic. Holy shit. I am blown away. Literally blown away. So, anyways. Ooh, why I clapping in front of the camera? Anyway, thank you guys. Thank you for everything. Thank you for all your support. Hopefully I'll get some awesome guests lined up. I'm already talking to some people. I get some good guests lined up for you guys in season 4. We're gonna have this year. We're gonna try to have a couple guests come back on. So I think I'm gonna have Powderman Spirits back on to give an update about how things have gone over the last year. I'm gonna have the Dos Cabachos guys back on to talk about how things been going over the last year. Hopefully I've Lost Lore on as well. Dan from Ode Armagnac in time. So what I want to try to do is do brief updates, maybe 15 to 30-minute episodes about how things have been going, where they've been, those kind of things that kind of show their journey over time. So one of the things I plan on doing this year is doing that. I think it would be really cool for these brands that I've connected with who have really put amazing product out in the market. I want them to kind of tell some more of their story. So I will start to do that as well. I think this year is one of the things I'm going to key in on. I also have a few fun ideas for podcasts. You saw the one I just did recently with Whiskey Morgue. That was a fun one. I have another idea with Whiskey Morgue I want to do. I have a couple other ideas I want to do with a group of people. Like I want like 4 to 8 people in this podcast with me. I have another couple cool ideas I want to do. So hopefully it will be a fun season 4, an amazing season 4. But again, thank you guys for all your support over the last 3 years. It's been nothing short of amazing. The Instagram channel is almost at 3,000 followers right now. Podcast continues to grow, reaching more people across the globe, which is wild to be able to say that. So just honestly, from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys so much for all your support, everything you guys continue to do with me. Thank you for the community, the collaboration. Remember, it's community, not competition. You guys are amazing. So thank you. So that's going to wrap up this episode of the podcast. I can't wait to do this more with you guys for another 3 years. Have a great rest of your night until we get to share one more pour together. Cheers.
That wraps up another episode of the Dram Amateur Podcast. Thanks for being part of the community and the conversation. Until we get to share one more pour together, cheers.